Hi there, my name's Sam, and we're back here with part 2 of this little Sims art series. So at this point I had already done a little bit of the footwork of cutting out this one main picture. I decided this was the one I felt like had the most, I don't know, usability and some sort of interesting edit. It had a lot of character and stuff, so I am going in with a paint brush tool, paintbrush tool, and just kind of cleaning up some of the stuff. Some of the texture on the cow was kind of grainy, and I wanted to fix some of the most obvious stuff, and then just some of the lighting and everything. And that's probably just all kind of related to me not being super knowledgeable on how to make things the best of the best in Blender. But so what I ended up doing was I was trying to figure out what kind of background to use on it, and I actually jumped back into The Sims 4 and took some screenshots of Strangerville. I really love the scenery around Strangerville. I took a bunch of different shots of a lot of different like areas, kind of that one place where you can live that's like either that little mini trailer park or there's a house right next to it. So some of the scenery around there, I've kind of been I went through all the pictures I took and experimented with them. I've done a lot of other like collage art in the past and stuff where I've kind of picked up quite a collection of different sort of like ways to distort and edit things. And so you'll see me kind of jumping around right now. I'm just trying to feel out how I want to do it, what I want to make happen. I did lots of messing around with different colors and different things. This thing that I'm doing right now is something I've used a few times, and it usually ends up working if you can get it right. Sometimes I've done strips of like various scenery and stuff that like mixed with others. It's hard to kind of explain, but overall I'm just trying to kind of feel out the thing. That's kind of my sort of method, is I have to kind of mess around and have it in front of me. And at this point, this is where I kind of finally got the final idea for what I wanted to do. There's this sort of distorted landscape where there's an upside and a downside, and my sort of got me sort of thinking about what the story behind the image kind of is. And I kind of thought about, I was recently watching a series, like a TV series on a place called Skinwalker Ranch, which is located in, I believe it's in Nevada, I might be wrong, in the United States. But it's about like this ranch that supposedly has tons and tons of like alien activity and other weird stuff going on, and they're trying to research it and all of this stuff, and who knows whether it's real or not. But one of the biggest things is it has been an active ranch for a long time, and there's a lot of history of cattle mutilations and, you know, cows being abducted or whatever, and then showing back up with being all cut to pieces and stuff, and a very surgical way and all that crap. And so I wondered about if Helen got put in charge of the alien fleet. She got put in charge of the cow mutilations, and instead she just, you know, she kidnapped the cow and took some pictures with it because she thought it was cute. You know, something stupid like that. And maybe this background is like the weird, like, in-between dimension where they take them to, and, you know, some weird stuff. I don't know. It was kind of my idea. Maybe she kept him as a pet. But at this point, one of my favorite things to do is mess around with the gradients and stuff. And you can do a lot of cool stuff with overlaying, like either doing different layer modes, like where it's like it's multiply or soft light or all that, where there's like a little settings. You can do all kinds of different modes, how the colors affect the layers below it. And then there's also a gradient map, which I use eventually, which is kind of cool because it like assigns the colors of the gradient to the various like values in the picture. If that makes sense. But that can create a really cool effect too. Here I'm trying to mess around with kind of creating a 3D effect where you can sort of create like an offsetted color. I didn't like how it looked on them. Sometimes I don't like how it makes this main subject too like out of focus, but I liked it in the background. So because it's like you don't really need to see the detail of the background. I liked showing the detail of Helen and her cow friend. But yeah, I eventually kept trying to mess around with the colors, which I think is what I was messing around with here, because I realized that when I had tried to make them sort of blend in with the very orange background of Strangerville, I lost a lot of the green in her skin. I think it turned to a more yellow and it looked kind of funky. I really wanted her true green Sims 2 inspired green alien, you know, self to come through. So it was actually a little difficult. I ended up accidentally sort of distorting the image a little with one of the things and had to kind of revert it back later on, and it was a whole thing. But here I'm using, I believe I'm using a gradient map here and applying a green to try to get it. And then this is a fun trick that I use a lot with digital art to make it not look so like so perfect. You know, like not perfect, but so digital is where you can fill the I already have done it. It's taken me so long to explain it that I've already gone past it. But where you fill the field with like gray, and then you add noise. You use a noise filter, which creates like a static, and then you overlay it over the image, and it creates sort of this, I don't know, it makes the image a little bit more natural and almost warm. I don't know how to explain it, but it's just not it's not a cold computer generated image anymore. Maybe it's because it's almost reminiscent of like a film photograph or something. Here I'm applying some glitchy stuff. I kind of was thinking about it being some weird alternate dimension. This poor confused cow has been abducted, and now this lady's taking pictures with him because she thinks he's cute. But I would kind of just offset things, and I'm just kind of tweaking that stuff. Overall, I'm really happy with this. I may go ahead and go back and reuse or use some of the other pictures in some other edits. I'm not really sure. Ultimately, I really liked this pose the most. It was really cute, I thought. But yeah, I like this little distorted cactus. I've done this in like a photo edit before, and it looked really cool. It's just kind of a very small little detail back there, a little swirly cactus being affected by some kind of weird dimensional thing. So yeah, that's Miss Helen. I hope you enjoyed. I don't have any plans at this point of if I want to like put this on any sort of thing to have in game. I'm not sure if people would like it in The Sims 2, and The Sims 4, or The Sims 3. I could figure out how to do all of them. I think it's pretty easy to figure it out for the other games, since I already know how to do it for The Sims 2. But yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. Bye.